On Sunday, I started early in the morning with a warm-up session, and it all went really good. I felt very supported by all the coaches I've been working with, and it was amazing to be back on a trampoline after 15 years. And I just loved being surrounded by so many people on a similar path, judges to help us perform better, and people next to the tramp to keep us safe. So I was really working on everything I learned mentally. So I was really focused on myself, my body, being my body, being my body, being my body, whilst I was taking the best I could, enjoying this special environment. I started my first routine. So I noticed when I started my routine, I started with 3 jumps normally, and this time I started with 6. So I was a little bit off focus, and I could feel through my routine when I started, I went for it, but through my routine I could feel I wasn't fully there. And my last jump, I went a little bit forward and I landed on the tramp, but then I did like one little touch of the mat, and I kind of had to laugh with it because I was just so happy I completed the routine, because that was my goal. We'd been like thinking about it all week with the coaches, finalizing the routine of what could be the last jump, and my coaches recommended me do a simple front flip. But honestly, although it looks simple, it is not simple to land it because you don't see where you land. So I had already like this thought coming in my mind, maybe I can do 1 front flip and 1.5 twist, which is a lot more difficulty. It was a very emotional moment for me because this was a jump that got me out of trampolining, that got me out of the sport when I was 17. This was a jump, I couldn't control it. When I was 17, suddenly it would come out and I would do more twists or less twists, and I didn't think it was fixable, and I thought it was just over for me, and I was like, this is it. That jump got me an overall high score in the qualifications. I had the highest 3.3. This is the jump I stopped my career for, and I'm here with an overall high score. And then one of my teammates, she said, hey, you're gonna be part of finals probably. I'm like, what? This is really my goal, to get to the Olympics. So this is something bigger. This is a sign I need to keep going. I'm doing something well. I'm doing something right. And then, yeah, went to the finals. Was really excited. We're a small group, all excited people, like really good athletes. Like, I'm competing with, I don't know, 10 to 15-year-olds or 10 to 17-year-olds. They're really good. Their flips, their turns. I was really impressed by a lot of them, and I was like, all the thoughts coming up of my age and my body posture, and I've just been training, and they've been doing this for 10 years maybe at the same time. So I was like, I forgot about all of it, and I thought, thank you so much everyone for being here, for doing the sports. Just being here is showing up. And I went into the finals and I had no idea what was gonna come out of that routine. I just knew I had my beginning, I had my rhythm going, looked at the judges, started my routine, boom, in my focus, music on, and I thought, I'm gonna enjoy this. And I jumped a lot higher than I trained. I took so much more time for momentum. I'm 100% sure that all the people, the coaches, the judges, the other gymnasts, actually help create that energy where you're like better than you're usually. And then I did it again, full back Rudy, and still after competition, still freaking out on those, but in competition, it came, and again, overall high score. I got a bronze medal. And for me, all I remember is I got this overall high score twice. With a jump, I was afraid to compete before competition. It was a jump that stopped me when I was a teenager. It's the biggest emotional win I could ever have. I did it. I did it. That was my fear, and I did it. So I cannot explain how overwhelming, how guided I was in this whole competition. That's my competition story, and that was just the first one. And I know there's so much to heal on my pod. Last Friday, it's 2 weeks after competition now, I couldn't stop crying for a whole day about my body image, about I was in training, all these thoughts coming up. It will be in one of the next episodes. I filmed myself in the bathroom. My mind's killing me. And I know I'm not my thoughts, it's just thoughts, it's conditioning, it's a culture, it's beliefs I had, never talked about it with anyone. And now I can heal those, and that is epic, and that feels so good. And it's gonna be my mission to If you're watching and if you're a gymnast, you're amazing. You're freaking amazing. Just getting on a tramp, getting in the air once, showing up for one training, doing one flip, doing that is already very impressive, because there's hundreds of thousands of people, and I work in corporate wellness, I work with companies, there's so many people out there who just want to get up in the morning and get a walk done or move, and they're stuck on in a life. Or so if as a kid you're doing this already, you're setting your life for success, you're doing it, you're working out, you're training your body, you're building confidence in a way like no other, because you see yourself do a flip. So yeah, everyone who is on the competition, everyone who has the guts to compete, to put yourself out there with an audience of hundreds of people watching, parents who've seen you, who all want the best for you, but still you have to do it, right? You have to get on the tramp, compete, and do it. And work with your mind, and it doesn't matter how good your training was. You need to perform. And that is one of the biggest stresses I've seen in my life, and I'm a business owner. I've talked to CEOs. It's not that scary. I've worked with businesses. Nothing is that scary as getting on that tram, competing with just you, your body, and a routine that's usually a little bit out of comfort zone. Like, a big congratulations to everyone who puts their self out there, even as a kid already. After doing this, after competing in trampolining, you'll be successful in everything you do, because I have found nothing. I've run half marathons. Not half marathons. I've run by accident 80 kilometers. Nothing is as hard as doing 10 jumps, because you only have 10. In a running competition, you can be a bit slow and then make up for it. So yeah, congrats on just showing up, and thank you for letting me part of this in Australia. It's amazing to do this in another country.